Welcome back to Pain Diaries. I'm so excited to bring you my dear friend, Dr. Candice Burnette, medical doctor with modern pain. She's an interventional spine specialist, just like myself, who practices in Sugar Land, Texas. Dr. Burnette and I have known each other since 2012, and we have a funny story of how we met. And for the past 10 years, we've been working together, collaborating. Our friendship has blossomed over the years, and we started out way back when, going to dinner once a month, and we continue to do so with our female physician group here in Houston that we used to call ourselves the Pain Girls. So Dr. Burnette, thank you so much for being here with me today. Let's first talk about how you got into pain management.
Sure. Hi, Dr. Manzi. It's great to be here. Thank you for having me. I know it seems like those days were so long ago,
For sure.
but it's definitely a good time. But my story starts, I think, back in med school. I actually had a difficult time figuring out what specialty I wanted to be in. So I knew a couple of things. I wanted to work with my hands and do procedures. I enjoyed forming relationships with patients, so I wanted continuity of care. But also I wanted to treat a wide range of issues. So it was really like the Goldilocks and Three Bears of figuring out a residency for me. Either I could do a lot of procedures, but there was no follow-up with my patients, or there was continuity of care, but only a very narrow scope of issues to treat. So that's when a friend told me about PM&R, physical medicine and rehabilitation. And at that time, I had never heard of the field, but I looked into it, and it did check all those boxes. So I ended up doing my physical medicine and rehabilitation residency in Mount Sinai in New York City. And it was there that I did a pain management rotation. And that's really what sealed the deal. It checked all those boxes, but also it was so gratifying seeing how treating patients with their pain and effectively getting them some improvement really impacts their lives and the lives of their loved ones. So I was sold. And I did my pain management fellowship at Eastern Virginia Medical School in Norfolk, Virginia.
Awesome. Our stories are kind of similar about physical medicine and rehab, which I told on a prior Pain Diaries episode. I love it too. You get that continuity and you can do procedures and, you just get to know your patients. And it's a great field, and we're definitely, in that forefront of this field. And being physicians, female physicians, we're in a minority. We're only about 17 to 18% of the pain management docs out in the United States. And so, I feel like we have a great approach as females to the field of pain management.
I agree.
So tell me about your practice. I know initially you were with the larger group, and now you've transitioned into the private world. Tell me a little bit about that.
So I was with a large group of orthopedists, being the only pain management physician for about 100 different orthopedic specialists. And recently, actually during the pandemic, I joined a private pain management group. It's called Modern Pain Management, and we have 2 locations in Memorial City and Sugar Land, Texas, and there are a total of 4 of us. So I really love it. I work with a great group of individuals, and I have the support there that I need. And I feel like my career and practice has really blossomed since joining the group. It will be 2 years ago, September 1st actually, it was 2 years.
Wow, 2 years already?
Yes,
I can't believe how fast that's gone.
I know, it really does fly by, especially when you're having fun, right?
So I know we do have a good time at work because we're helping people. We're getting them better. Tell me what most excites you about the field of pain management now.
Kind of a few things. One is all the innovations since when I started over a decade ago, and you as well, and the advancements in technology. We're really in an exciting space right now in pain management with the ability to perform proven effective treatments that broaden our scope to reach more patients in pain. And a lot of these procedures and treatments that we can offer are minimally invasive and safe and low risk. So it also offers patients treatment options that are non-surgical. And I think that is really huge because, like I said, it reaches more patients who are suffering.
Absolutely. I know way back when we started, what did we do for those poor patients that had total knee replacements 10 years ago? I mean, we would have to give them some medicine, and then that was really about it. Now there's just so many more advancements that we can do that are minimally invasive. Even though the orthopedic surgeon says, hey, your hardware looks great, your knee, everything's fine, why are you still in pain? I don't know. Well, 30% of knee replacements potentially still have pain. And so the technologies now have advanced tremendously. And that's just one example. We have 5 or 6 different treatment modalities that we can do to help these patients.
It's so true. Isn't it amazing to have these options at our disposal now? I mean, we really have come a long way.
Yeah, the field is definitely advancing. And the cool thing is, each doctor can follow their own path. As a pain doc, some people just might be more comfortable doing the basic bread and butter pain procedures. And that's great, if doing what you're comfortable. Some other doctors, kind of like us, we're more willing to further train ourselves and take on that advanced technology. The minimally invasive procedures now are, endless compared to what it was 10 years ago. We didn't even have some of these options available to us.
Definitely keeps us on our toes too. It never gets dull, which I also love.
Absolutely. And speaking of that, I know we both like to teach, and I know you've been participating in teaching fellows and residents and even other doctors in the field. What's your favorite thing to teach about?
So, great question. Actually, it kind of piggybacks on where pain management is now versus 10 to 12 years ago. I remember in training going to as many courses as I could, the society meetings, cadaver courses like you mentioned, and seeing the same people on stage and in the room. In fact, there were times where I was the only woman in the room or the only person of color in the room. And I think we have advanced so much since then as far as diversity. Our patients come from all different backgrounds and have different lifestyles. So it's so important that leadership and practitioners in the field can offer a variety of perspectives and hopefully reaching more of these patients. So I really just love teaching anything, but especially anything that is a procedure that is a little invasive. I really enjoy that as well. But just really being able to share my story and share my practice with a group and hopefully, have them get something out of it. That's really what I enjoy about it.
And that's why I had you on the show today. It's just an exciting field. We're all excited about it. You're excited about the field of pain management. You're excited about advancing the field, just like I am. And we share the same vision for our patients. Can you share a memorable patient story with us?
Yes, of course. So one that sticks out immediately is she was about a 60-year-old woman who I saw in 2019. She came in because she had been suffering with years of chronic low back pain and leg pain. She had tried so many different therapy options, physical therapy, injections. She had even had surgery, and she was still in excruciating pain. Why she's so memorable is because when she came in, she just looked defeated. And I think she was really skeptical about what, if any, options I had to offer. So when we talked and, we decided what treatment options were available, we chose spinal cord stimulation. And she did fantastic. She's also memorable because her goals were so minor. They were so simple. She wasn't asking to start to bungee jump or skydive, or run a marathon. She wanted 3 major things. She wanted to be able to play with her grandson. She's a primary caretaker and he had special needs, and she wasn't able to do all the activities with him because of her pain. She wanted to do her art. She was an artist. She made jewelry, and with her pain, she was unable to do that, and that was really her passion. And then she just wanted to be able to do household chores, and I don't think that was asking much. So with the spinal cord stimulator, a minimally invasive treatment options for patients with chronic pain, her pain was 70% relieved. She was playing with her grandson, swimming, playing on the playgrounds, things she never thought she'd be able to do, and she was making and selling her jewelry again. So definitely a success story there.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, it's
One of many, by the way.
one of many.
As you
No,
know.
I love sharing these stories. It's really great, and we're so blessed. We can change people's lives for the better. There's such a stigma around pain management, and we're not just the docs that give out pain meds. I still have people come to me and say, "Oh, I was scared to come here because I was afraid you're going to give me medicine." Well, there's other medicines we can give that don't necessarily drug you up or make you feel funny. Again, spinal cord stimulation is one of those things where we treat with electricity. I mean, the technology's come so far over the past 30, 35 years, and we're just so lucky that we can share these technologies with our patients.
I agree completely.
Yeah. So Dr. Burnette with Modern Pain in Memorial City and in Sugar Land, I really am grateful to call you my friend, my colleague, and I'm so blessed that you're here on this show with me today. Thank you so much for being here.
And thank you for having me. It's fun.
Absolutely. So
I'll see you at the next pain dinner.
absolutely. We'll
Okay.
see you then.
Sounds good. Thank you.
So thank you everybody for tuning in this time to Pain Diaries. I'm Dr. Suzanne Manzi at Performance Pain and Sports Medicine in Houston, Texas. 346-217-1111, info@performancepain.com. This is another episode of Pain Diaries. And remember, take care of yourself so you can take care of business.